would take this opportunity to inform you of something that is very close to my heart, the reintroduction of wolves into the wild. Wolves have been eradicated from Yellowstone National Park in the 1920s and were becoming very close to being an extinct species. Wolves have always had a bad reputation. There are even fairy tales where wolves are described as violent monsters that kill people and eat children. Also, there have been issues with wolves and livestock. Wolves only hunt for food, yet ranchers believe they are attacking their livestock just because they can, and so they hunt wolves unnecessarily. As wolves diminished from society, and especially Yellowstone National Park, ecologists realized that the ecosystem was starting to change and not for the better. William Ripple, an ecologist from Oregon State University, became aware in 1997 that the aspen trees of the Yellowstone National Park were declining. He set out with some research graduate students to find out the reason. When they were doing their research, they came to a determination that the elk population in Yellowstone was growing and eating the new aspen saplings, which meant that the aspens couldn't regenerate. Elk are a favorite food of the wolves, and so Ripple concluded that the wolves control the elk population, which allows the aspen trees to renew themselves. The process of the reintroduction of wolves into the Yellowstone National Park started in mid-January 1995. It started with 14 wolves from different packs that were captured in Canada and brought to the Yellowstone National Park. Biologists then would monitor the population with radio collars and watch as the wolves would begin to come together. They used two different release methods, a soft release method and a hard release method. The soft release method simply involved placing wolves that had been captured from one area into another for a period of a few months to acclimate them to their new environment. The acclimation pens that they used were constructed of heavy gauge wire fence material that is 10 feet high, round or oblong shaped with a 2-foot wide inverted top. A 4-foot chain link ground apron was also added in case the wolves would try to attempt to dig their way out. Using this method is much more successful to the reintroduction of wolves than the hard release method. The second method that they used is the hard release method. This release method involves trapping the wolves from one area, transporting them to a new area in individual containers, and then releasing them without letting them get used to that area first. This method is less successful because it puts the wolves under an extreme amount of stress. That's because the wolves do not know if there are other wolves in the area that they are being released into. Using these methods have helped to reintroduce wolves back from the brink of extinction to a somewhat stable population. As of 2007, 830 wolves wandered the wilds of central Idaho, and another 450 inhabited the Greater Yellowstone Recovery Area, with 11 packs residing in the park itself. The reintroduction of wolves into the wild has been a slow and tedious process that is still ongoing and not fraught with danger. In 2008, Montana stated that they will hold a wolf hunt as soon as the wolves are released from the endangered species list. As long as humans remain unwilling to recognize the dangers of hunting animals to extinction simply because they don't understand them, there will always have to be programs built to protect animals from us. It was my intention to spend some time informing you on the reintroduction of wolves back into the wild from the brink of extinction.